everybody, it's Net Sugar, Jeanette, and I'm coming at you guys today with my very first topic request, thanks to Deborah.7ish, and the request is, how does it feel? I think I didn't write it down, I'm paraphrasing. How does it feel to come out as an older lesbian? And that's a really good question because I'm still dealing with the aftermath of it all. I'm 32 years old, and I've always been, I guess, curious. I've always been able to appreciate a beautiful woman. I have a booty fetish. That's a secret. And so I've always been fascinated by women with big behinds. I love it. It's a beautiful thing. And I used to try to put it as, because I didn't really have a big behind. I have big boobs, but I don't have a booty at all. But I used to always say that because I didn't have one, I admired women that did. But actually, it just sexually just turned me the hell on, basically, is what it came down to. But I never thought that I would be able to be in a relationship with another woman. Slowly but surely, over the years, I have a son, so of course, I've been with men. But over the years, it started to become this thing where I wasn't sexually turned on. It became a job more so to be physically with a man. I avoided it at all costs. If I was dating somebody, I was always sick or on my period, or I just plain out didn't want to. I would pick fights, arguments, just to avoid having sex with the man. And which was really hard because I'm a very sexual person, very sensual, very sexual person. I always say I'm a sexual being, an extreme sexual being. But I just didn't, it kind of grossed me out. It got to the point where it just really grossed me out to be with a man. It just wasn't something that I wanted. I started secretly, I always go to a strip club every year for my birthday. That's just my thing that I love to do, go to the strip club and treat myself to a lap dance. And I've done that since I was 18 years old. And, my friends would always be okay with it because it was, fun to them. It was fun, we would go to the strip club and then we would go find some guys and, that was kind of what we did. I started noticing, though, probably around 25, 26, that I looked forward to those birthdays a little way too much. Like, I wanted my birthday to be every damn month, and I started actually sneaking out of town. LA is kind of my little getaway spot, and so I started sneaking out of town to LA to go to strip clubs, and then I started, I guess you could say, seeking out women. Like, I would kind of go to where I knew, gay women would be, and I had my little flings, a few of them, but not, it just kind of was like emotional intimacy. It didn't really get to the point of me being physical with them until two chance encounters that happened. When they say you get turned out, I know a lot of lesbians hate that term, but yeah, I got turned out in a big way. And I realized that how beautiful making love to a woman was, and I didn't have that feeling. I never had that feeling being intimate with a man. So I was like, I'm just kind of bi-curious. I'm bisexual at this point. Still kind of to myself. Maybe one or two other people knew about it. And then I met my ex-girlfriend. We met through a friend of mine who was actually gay, and it was a friend of her and her girlfriend, and they introduced me to her, and we just kind of hit it off. We had a really, really good bond, and it didn't happen fast. It was a really slow progress, which isn't, normal for me. It just, as I started to get to know her, touching her, hearing her voice, the way that, I've always said that I like to be courted. I don't want to just kick it. I want to be courted. And that is what I received from her. And it was just this incredible thing that came over me, and I realized that I didn't want to be without this person. I didn't want to, I loved her. And she loved me. And at that point, I realized that, I'm in a relationship with this woman. Like, I would go crazy if she was to be with another person. And, vice versa. And so we began a relationship. I slowly started telling friends. I didn't get the best response. I had a lot of friends who just did not want to be in my life anymore. They felt like, I guess, at whatever point I was going to try to get with them, when I've never understood that at all. But so I lost a lot of friends. Once I started losing friends, I started cutting them off before they had the opportunity to cut me off. I just didn't tell. I just separated myself. And I had my life with my girlfriend and our friends together. As far as family, I have a couple of family members that are gay. And they really have to kind of live in the closet or way off to themselves, because my family is just really judgmental, very judgmental. And so I just kind of learned from their scenarios, and I just kind of kept to myself about it. Of course, me and my girlfriend were together for about a year and a half. We broke up this past January. So, of course, during this time, how do I put it? We went places together. She was always at my house. We were always together. And of course, people started asking questions. And, I don't know how to say it. I guess the only way that I can put it is that I had some family that supported me and some that didn't. And the ones that didn't, I just started cutting off. I just stopped dealing with. I kind of got to the point in my life, I always wanted to please everybody around me, and I just kind of got to the point when I got with my ex-girlfriend. I got with her and realized that I didn't have to please anybody but myself. I learned that from her. I learned that through our relationship, is that nobody else is paying my bills. Nobody else is taking care of my child. I'm doing it. So what anybody else thinks, I really don't care. And once I started taking that attitude, I was so much more happier. And so we had a beautiful relationship. The problem came into play when she started getting really jealous, really possessive, and to the point of where it became physical. And she had a temper. And so in that aspect, I'm not a big